All right. Hello. Are y'all's ready for some D&D? I'm ready. Gotta round them up. But yeah, we're gonna get started. How's it going? How you doing? What's up? We have some very interesting things for the episode tonight. We'll see if they get around to actually, handling it. But I guess that's the beauty of the story, and sometimes rolls. So with that, give me a minute to get them in the proper mindset, and we'll get this bad boy started. Who would like to
That's
do
our
the
segue
recap?
tonight. Speaking of dark handprints. Speaking of dark-
Bum, bum.
That's the first thing I've written down tonight. Speaking of dark.
Nobody? Nobody? Okay, I'll do it. I'll earn my inspiration.
I do it. Yeah.
You sure?
Uh, I will try my best. Last session, we were we started still stuck in that weird dream-like dimension with that dragon from the previous session. You know what? I can't explain. I'm terrible at it. Somebody else help me.
Well, so we're in the dreams thing with Karen and Narek. I'm butchering names. Forgive me, Lord, I have sinned. So Karen, Narek, we obviously need to leave. But like, problems. The problems being a fire-breathing dragon on the opposite side. Small things in the grand scheme of life. Um,
No, and what was the name of the other one? Narek?
Narek. It was like Karen was the good guy and Narek was the bad guy. Like I said,
Right.
not saying their names correctly, Godspeed.
Saren and Narik.
There we go. Thank you,
I don't
Tom.
remember Narik, but that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Um, so we obviously need to get out, but like we pinky promised Saren last session, 2 sessions ago at this point. Buddy, we are actually now interdimensional therapists. We are going to get your evil half and your good half together. We got this. We're of the Fell Company. A little bit of generational trauma can't stop us.
That's right.
But first, obviously, problem number 1. How do we get back home? Well, see, we first try and envision the door. The problem, it has to be the door that's inside the cabin that Shaw had wished away on
Boy,
accident.
that was a problem.
Yeah, oopsies.
Figuring out what we were all talking about.
Yeah, the problem was there were 2 sets of doors. Were we talking about the same ones? No. So there's a door into the cabin and the portal door. The door into the portal room and then the portal door. 3 doors. We get into the cabin after much ado about that trouble. We first try and have Kozik cast an illusion of someone running inside and, saying like, "Ooh, come eat me. I'm a sexy little illusion. Pinky promise I'm not going to disappear the second you close your mouth around me." That plan didn't do anything. So we're like, okay, game plan. DM suspiciously asked for a perception check. And it is in fact a very wet cave that we're walking into. And it's like, ooh, there wasn't a cave on the opposite side of the
Moist.
door. It was a moist,
Yeah, moist.
dank, wishy, moving cave. Cavernous thing, a very deep shaft, one might say. Nivara did in fact immediately call it because she goes these places. That's a mouth. We're looking at a mouth. We go back and forth. We're like, is it a mouth though? DM is asking us suspicious questions like, do you step forward? Do you place a foot? What? How far did you go into them? Past the door. Char. I'm forgetting. Did we stab it with something first, or
We
did
decided that we were going to try to get its. We're going to pull its tongue.
I'm
back to the-
yes.
Yeah, Zed stabbed just the floor,
Test.
and then he turned around to see if Saren felt that. As he was turning around, he got scorched.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone got burnt by dragon fire today
Right.
in this chili. Okay. So confirmation, yes, tongue. Problem 2, fire-breathing dragon, and we're looking down its gullet where the fire comes from. But that's okay. Because you know what he has right there? His nice, fat tongue. We might not be able to get him through the door. He might not come willingly. But you know what? We can get through the door. The tiny
That
squishy
nice
thing that has
fat
a nice
tongue.
point. Yeah, very helpfully. After probably a little bit too much time spent trying to coordinate tongue wrangling and ensuring that Saren would be able to just stomp on that thing's tongue as quick as it was in the dimension before we got, all destroyed and burnt. You know, we
We
Chief
stabbed it.
Poet.
We pulled on it.
Saren does in fact stab it. And with
Grabs
his
and
teeth-
grabs.
Yep. It's a snatch and grab. And now having touched him, the door widens massively. And Saren is able to step through, chasing after him. Ooh, and we hear the dragon god thing say, "It is now your time to leave this place." And I'll be honest, I had to step away to use the ladies' room, so I actually don't remember what happened immediately next.
There was an
Well-
epic battle between Saren and Narik, where they
There was.
thrashed through his incredible mental realm. It was horrifying and thunderous. Cha decided to lift up into space, into orbit with a little box of popcorn to watch the huge battle, while other people took other positions to watch it. And then finally, Saren wrestled Narik into submission and transformed him into a giant mountainous statue. Then they were once more merged in consciousness.
Nice.
Beautiful recounting of the battle. I ended up returning for the tail end of it, wherein Cha was eating popcorn above the end of this fictional world. So now having been told, like, okay, guys, just like go, we're like, no, don't kick us out. Ha ha ha. You'd be so cool to have around, as a friend. And he's like, listen, you're better off without me. I'm dark and mysterious dragon here. You have no idea the enemies that caused me to be locked in that prison in the first place. And we're like, but like, did you consider that we could be besties though? Before I think it was Zedrin who talked sense into the rest of the parties that said, hey mates, did you maybe consider that if whatever was chasing him was strong enough to literally tear his soul into dark and light and lock the good half in a world of fictional affection that he couldn't escape from, perhaps that might be a little bit out of our league to fight.
I thought he did that to himself.
I thought we were all doing that. Like, he was doing it to all of us because most of us were like, yeah, it'd be so fun. Like, think about how fast we'd be able to fly across the thing right now with the
No,
dragon.
I thought Saren actually tore himself. He created that realm.
I
Yeah,
think
Did
he,
he create that realm?
I think he trapped
And
himself,
he
but
accidentally separated.
but he said
himself.
that he was going to stay there. Like we had basically essentially defeated Narek, or he did, but he didn't have that as a threat anymore. So we were like, hey, you can leave now. He was like, nope, I'm going to stay here forever because there are things that are after me that can't get me here, and it would be dangerous for everyone else if I left here because of what's after me. And so we kept asking, like, oh, well, what's after you? What if we can help and all that? And he's like, no, you
The
guys,
less
I don't
you
want
know,
to
the
tell you
better.
anything. And we're like, no, really, like we could help. And he's just like, no. And then Zed was finally like, guys, we don't need to know.
Yep.
Also, with the whole fight thing, I was just gonna say, Zed, I don't know if it got brought up like in character, but Zed stayed back by the door and never went to go watch the fight or anything. Um, I didn't actually say it in character, but I DM'd Cubed. Zed didn't really make any like wishes for anything. He asked if he could see himself, which that was the only thing that he had done. But he said to himself in his head that he wished Saren to be victorious. And so,
Oh.
based on all of our wishes coming
Nice
true,
work, Zed.
after he said that, he was just like, "Well, I'm pretty confident that that's going to happen." So he was just kind of standing back at the door waiting until everyone showed back up.
Nice.
Interesting.
so, no ride acquired. We exit the portal back into reality. And from there, we're like, okay, so like, where are we going? Opal at this point, I'm sure in her mind is going, guys, I did all that work 3 sessions ago so that we could try and get to Bonk Village in like less time. We have saved no time because we have been dicking around is the colloquial term.
Yes.
are.
We saved a dragon from itself. That's not dicking around.
That's not dicking around at all. That's pretty awesome.
Some powerful stuff. That is the
That's
stuff that
right.
D&D legends are made of.
That's right.
True
They'll be writing history
enough.
books about this one.
True. With that in mind, we are back on the fucking path to Bunk Lodge. Oh yeah, we were gonna also try and ask people like, so like, have you experienced any like red dragon activity around here recently? On our way there. Was there anything that happened after we started making our way over, or am I conflating two different sessions?
No, there was something.
Oh,
There
did
was
we
a
I
huge
camp?
believe it was.
conversation.
Huh?
Yeah, we camped for the night. So
Yeah.
first watch was, I believe,
Opal and Kozak.
Opal and Kozak, and that was
Yeah.
you guys. Okay. Second watch was
Cha.
Zed.
Oh wait, was it? Oh wait, it was Zed.
Yeah, we were in the middle
Oh,
of second
yeah.
watch. Opal stayed up, but Opal was working on like fixing this armor to refit and size for them. So it's kind of just Zed on the watch by himself. And there wasn't a whole lot going on.
Till.
It was Mittens and Alan were kind of like running around playing, and Mittens kept scratching at this little spot next to our camp. It was like kind of digging in the dirt, and then he'd kind of run away for a little bit, and then he'd come back, and he'd just get right back at that same spot. To the point where Zed started to kind of take notice, and he got up and walked over and took his dagger out and kind of started digging around, and Mittens and Alan are like shoveling dirt, helping him out, and all of a sudden he hits something hard with his tip of his dagger. He brushes the dirt away, and it is a horned skull. And so Zed kind of backs up a bit, and he calls Opal over to look at it, and we don't really know what to make of it. And so I'm not sure if we did any checks or anything. I don't remember, but I remember Opal reached down to grab it and pick it up, and with it came a skeleton and like a spine and the rest of a skeleton of this creature. And as soon as Opal's yanking it out of the ground, the eyes immediately glow bright red, and that's where the session ended.
Oh, lovely.
And I'll add to that there was a big discussion between Cha and Inanna about Veldrin and his quest to seek knowledge about the Spider Queen, an entire kind of history of her family, the Drow people, their destruction, and how the Spider Queen fit into that, and Veldrin's quest. So that all happened before that, while we were walking
Yeah.
to this camp.
And to add to that a bit, we did kind of conclude that Veldrin would most likely be going to some sort of library or something to continue research. And that was
Right.
more or less kind of where we were inevitably heading. So we kind of thought hopefully we would find some sort of trail to be able to track down Veldrin.
Or at the very least, confront Neovara's twin before she encountered
Right.
Veldrin again.
Yeah.
Because she was probably chasing him to find me. And so that leads us to now. It's the middle of the night, and session restarts? Question mark.
Unless we're all dead.
We have a skeleton with red eyes.
There we go. Properly. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mittens, you were trying to warn us, baby girl. I'm never gonna doubt you again.
I'm
Oh,
sure you'll
Mittens.
dot him again.
We
it's
were
only
having a
matter
good
of
time with Mittens last session. The bone mech.
I'm just making sure things are lining up properly because some of the images broke. Slow game. Fixed. Okay. So yeah, you had pulled forth this, well, bony skeletal feature.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh yeah, and the inspiration. Let's not forget about that. Also,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, I can kind of sort of hear myself. It's really faint now. It's
and
it's
you-
activating.
and it's mine. Is it mine because you see the light coming around my?
Yep. Your audio sounds a little different tonight too.
Does it? Gosh, it's the same old headset. Wait, let me put the mic closer. Is that better?
I'm wondering if it's actually, if for whatever reason it's using a different mic.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Let me check.
Yeah, go to your user
'Cause
settings
my
on Discord.
default sometimes,
On
Discord for
Discord,
whatever
okay.
reason, it changed my input microphone to my PlayStation controller one day.
Oh wow.
So no real rhyme or
Yeah.
reason for
Am I
some of this stuff.
Am I looking under devices? Let's see.
AI
Okay.
are testing us to see how much we'll take.
Where am I looking, Inanna?
Voices
in
and
s-
video.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Okay, so while they're
So
figuring
yeah,
that
your
out,
input device should be if you're using your headset mic, should be that.
Should be called like external microphone.
Where
Or
is
mute.
voices and video?
Voice and video is underneath. So you're in settings of Discord, right?
User settings.
Okay.
Yep.
So look down toward the bottom of that
Mhm.
list is going to be like voice and video.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Gosh, I thought I'd looked.
It happens.
Okay. Let's see. Default. Oh, it is using my computer mic.
There you
Wait,
go.
it says smart sound technology for digital microphones. Yeah, that's my computer. Why isn't it using my? But I'm hearing you in my headphones.
See,
Put input. Let's see. I'm not sure. That's the only thing it's offering me.
oh, that's interesting.
Is this different now? No, it's
I
the
need to
same
restart
thing
your
though.
system.
My head. Wait, it says input is that microphone. Output is my headphones.
That's the
What?
thing. I'm troubleshooting this.
Should I just close Discord and come back on?
Yeah, I might either restart Discord or just restart your computer. Those are like the two best ones. If you've already restarted Discord entirely, it's likely a matter of your device is not picking it up. Especially if it's picking up your on your output. That's weird.
Let's see. Let me
Oh,
get out.
actually, no, there actually is a good reason why. Have you put your permissions correctly?
No idea.
So,
Tell me
are
what
you
to
on a
do.
Windows device?
Yes.
Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to go to the settings of your computer.
Okay. Uh-huh.
You want to go to privacy.
Uh-huh.
So now you're looking for microphone
Windows
privacy settings.
permissions.
Microphone privacy settings, like underneath the privacy section.
Right. I'm looking.
Turn on your microphone access and then let apps choose which microphone and double check that Discord has the permission.
Okay, I'm under microphone access is
Is it on?
I'm sorry, say again it's on. Microphone access is on. Let apps access your microphone. That's on.
Okay.
Maybe that's the problem. Is that the problem that apps can
Was it-
monitor it?
No, that should be correct. It should be able to
Okay.
access it. Yeah.
Wait, let me make sure. Well, it's not on. Yeah,
She's so much
Discord's not
louder. Let
there.
me
Okay.
turn her down.
But apps can access your microphone, yes?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so that's not the issue. That sometimes can fuck people up. Do- do.
All right,
Hmm.
I'm going to disconnect my headphone and then reconnect it.
That can do it. We have one more thing to try before fully like restarting Discord.
Okay.
Tech support. I'm just a DM. I'm not tech support. And Nana, it was Zed
Gonna let you
and
try unplugging and replugging your mic
Opal.
first though. That'll sometimes do it.
I'm missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Like, where'd the token go? Well, it's just weird.
Sorry.
Tech support.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay.
It's always something audio.
A horrible amount of my job is spent helping people try and sort out technology throughout the day.
What percentage of it is audio based?
Very little, but having to sort out buyer interfaces. And or their cell phone if they're having a hard time actually connecting to me.
Tech support.
Your last thing to try, sorry, I don't know if you can hear me or not. Be to reset your voice settings at the bottom. That can actually sometimes restart it. That'll like completely reset the system. Okay. That's very strange.
You can hear your S, but her mic is not activated. Tech support to start a session. Isn't it fun when audio doesn't work? Perhaps giving her a screenshot?
Yeah, sure.
So your Discord's not even lighting up when you were trying to talk, so
What could be causing that?
Can you hear me now?
Hi, girly.
There we go.
Okay, I just disconnected and reconnected. So does the microphone sound okay?
Yeah.
You're hearing me? Okay. That was weird. What is it you just put on here? What's that a picture of?
If it was not like if your microphone was still not appearing in like as an option in the drop down menu, the
Uh-huh.
last thing that you can do before like fully restarting your computer to like try and force it would be to reset your voice settings, and sometimes it'll make the input pop up.
Okay. Thank you. That I'll hopefully remember that. All right. You can hear me. I can hear you. And you said my microphone sounds better now?
Yeah, sounds good.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Sorry to make everybody wait on that. Let's do this.
All right, everyone rolled death saving throws.
Uh-huh. So who's up right now? Opal and Zed, is that right? It
Yep.
was Opal that pulled the
Yeah, I
skeleton?
think so.
I thought it was Chaw up? Yeah, because Chaw was doing something weird and fucked up.
Was he?
No,
Yes.
Cha wasn't. It was only Zed on second watch. Cha had already done the mech suit thing
Oh, I
like
see.
on a prior rest, I think.
I thought the mech suit thing was this rest.
Shaw was
because-
first watch.
Sleeping like an innocent, hellish baby.
Mhm.
Was Chaw first watch?
I thought it was
Kozik
Opal and Kozik
Opal.
were first watch.
Was it?
Chai has not done a
Open Kozik
watch
was the
this
first watch.
entire night.
They talked for a while.
That's what it was.
We did talk actually. Opal was sharing things about his dad, about her dad, and described what he looked like to me. I don't know if she's described that to anybody else. Simply dressed,
my notes
working in a
here.
crafting space, a hoarder with
You're
white
special.
hair, blue eyes, and tan skin, and around 30s as far as age goes. 30s with white hair.
Don't worry about
Wow,
it.
I missed that.
Don't worry about it, Chaw. It's simple.
Oh yeah, not worried. No, nothing to worry about. Nothing at all to worry about in this fantasy world of ours.
Alrighty. The skull of this dead animal. At least I'm not alone while this happens. Zed is right there.
I mean, except for the
It
fact
is
that I'm
kind
gonna
of-
need initiatives.
It
Ah,
is
shit.
kind of funny
Initiative.
that like it was Zed that found it, and he went to go like be like, Opal, what's that? And Opal's the one that's just like, I don't know, let's pick it up. Because Opal was just minding his own business, or minding her own business, working on her armor.
Mm-hmm.
Zed's always getting other people into
Ah.
trouble.
Yeah, it's no problem. Well,
That's what we love about him.
A good rogue.
That's what the Black Diamond is good for. Getting everyone into trouble. The shattered Black Diamond.
Like, what? Did you say my name?
Shard says what? Shard says what? Shard says what?
Are we
Oh,
in
come on, Foundry.
combat encounter? It's not
Yep.
letting me roll initiative.
Dang.
Foundry
it's
won't even load
fun.
for me. God damn it. Come on, load up.
Ooh, loading the untapped
Ooh.
forest.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
monsters. We're about to get boned, you guys.
Not if we bone the fish first.
First we get into a moist cave, now we're getting boned. God, Freud would have a field day with our campaign.
Hey.
Oh, some Foundry won't load. Come on. Are we all doing initiative? Because we're all going to wake up now. And,
Yep.
come on, Zach.
I
While
mean,
we were
you can
busy
just
messing with,
you can sleep through the night. That's fine.
no, while we were messing with Discord, my browser updated and took me off of Foundry, and so now I'm trying to. I keep refreshing it, but it's not doing it. I mean, the little symbols in the corner, and that's about it. Come on.
Sometimes just give it a second to load.
Yeah.
Man, I swear. Just updated all of your graphics drivers. Why are you being a little whiner computer?
See
Stop
how these
flashing.
guys are?
Huh?
You give them so much attention, and look what they do. Just fuck with you.
Can I not pull sorry to the
Huh?
scene?
The computer.
Oh yeah.
Pull the
I was
scene.
trying to play Baldur's Gate 3 and it was flashing and bugging me. I was trying to fix it.
Oh,
Hey,
you were trying
Khalees.
to fix it, quote unquote.
So
Did you find it?
sorry, you're not able to load in, right?
No.
Because it says you're still in the game.
I'm just a
So I
troublemaker
think
tonight.
I gotta let's try something. Because I think if you have an error like that, something bugs with the server. Because it says you're still in the game, and that's probably why it's not letting you connect. Unless
Okay.
you have it open in another tab.
I do not. This is the only. Well, let me check in case it is somewhere else. Maybe it is. Nope, it's nowhere else. That's it.
All right, let
Where's
me
the-
try something. Okay, so now let's try to reconnect.
Okay, refresh again. I mean, usually it takes a little while to load, but I have the little symbol up in the left-hand corner. And then right over where all the action happens, there's a little black line separating the visual from the little action thing, but that's it. Come on. Okay, maybe I'm gonna get out of here. How would I try to?
Well, I'll just put her in an initiative for now.
Okay, I'm gonna come back in.
Oh. Well, anyway,
Nope, I can't come back in because it's gray, which means I'm already in there. How do I turn it off? So my page is showing I'm right where I joined the session, but when I go down, it's gray because I guess I'm already in the session. That must mean it's open somewhere else. Is that what that means?
well,
Okay, man.
I kicked you out, so the game registers you as not being on.
Well, I'm looking at when I'm trying to join the session, it's gray and won't let me highlight my name. So it's acting as if I'm already on. Did you kick me off again?
Nope, just that once, because you were still in.
No, I'm asking if you would kick me off because I can't log back in.
I can't kick you off because you're already out.
Oh, okay. According to my thing, it's just gray and it won't let me log back in.
Try a
So
different
you know what I
browser.
mean? A different browser. All right, let's see.
Or maybe even just like close out, like quit the browser entirely to like maybe reset the cookies.
Okay. I just have to remember the address. I don't think I wrote it anywhere.
Technical issues abound tonight. Love them.
Well, sorry, I'm just a technical nightmare tonight. Oh, yes. Now my name is there. Join game session. Okay. Maybe now it'll let me log back on.
Put me back in there.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
wait. I'm not gonna reload or do anything. I'm just gonna wait. I was on earlier. It was on earlier until the stupid browser decided to update itself without my permission, I might add.
Well, I see your name.
Yeah, I think now it just has to load up. So it'll take longer now because everybody's waiting on that one.
I'm just gonna put you in the initiative here. Put that guy in initiative. Roll you. Normal.
The bony serpent is gonna kick our ass with that kind of a, roll.
Okay, maybe I'm sleeping or something because you guys should just not have to wait for me.
wake up mid like combat encounter, you know.
As soon as
All
we
right.
start, you're gonna join.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh again. 'Cause this is not.
Oh no! Just like give it a second. If it's just
Oops.
gray,
Oh,
it's loading in.
Fuck, I refreshed it. I didn't.
I would just let it sit there. Sorry. Sometimes it can take
All
like a hot minute for it to actually load up all the assets.
Okay, I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Like, was the screen gray in the background, right?
Yeah, it's all gray with the little red symbol up in the left-hand corner, and
Yeah,
I
that's
could
just
see
it
the
loading the
dividing line
assets
between
in.
the images and the images and the actions section on the right.
Doo-doo-doo. Bad guy. All right. Well, that's getting settled. Like I said, you sort of pulled this bony skull head thing out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, once you pulled the neck out with the head, it just sort of, the eyes started to glow and it looked at you. Let me
We
give
We
it
picked the
a
worst
second.
camping spots.
Yeah.
Or the best.
Oh,
I show them this. I hope I can show them. Can I show them this?
All right. Let's do this.
Token? No, do I have to do it through? Okay. All right.
Oh, yes, thank you. Okay. So I roll for initiative.
Yep. I want to show them the token, but Foundry can be very finicky at times.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I felt fear in my heart.
I think
All
you'll
right.
be okay.
Here.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh,
Just
you're
thunderwave
first.
it.
So
Just thunderwave it.
it just goes to try to nibble at you as you're holding this thing's head. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Boop, boop.
That music's too intense. I gotta turn that off.
To which
Ah.
it, you know, maybe it's not used to being held. You know, whatever the case may be, that you realize the size of this thing's head is just large.
Yeah.
And you'd
that-
imagine that
Send.
there's a lot of body that you haven't unburied yet.
Ah.
All right,
Like-
put it back. Put it back. Put it back.
Shove it back into the dirt. I don't
Yeah,
think
shove
that'll
it
work,
back in.
Zed.
I'm gonna stomp on it. You push it down on the ground.
Leave it. Leave it.
Well, that won't work. It's already awake, Zed. That'll
Close
only
its
piss it off
Cover its
more.
eyes. Sorry.
Nah, you're fine.
Close
Funny.
close your own eyes, then it won't be a problem anymore.
Yeah.
If I can't see it, it's not real.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna thunderwave it this time. No, I'm going to magic missile at the second level.
Of course not. It's a threat. You have to do level 1.
I will never. I will never outlive it. 8 damage.
All right. Is this the first time you cast Magic Missile? I think it is.
Is that? This isn't the first time I've casted it. Wait.
I don't recall you ever casting Magic Missile.
Now I've had it prepared for ages. It's one of my inherently prepared spells.
But you've never
Ugh.
cast. It's the point. What's it
I
look
don't
like?
remember you.
Actually, you know what? Since some of us don't remember what it looks like, what does it look like?
Magic
Yeah.
missile.
Give it
Yeah,
some
what's it look
flair.
like?
Give it the flair.
Oh shit. Uh, oh, yeah. Opal quickly gets her hands off of the creature's skull as she just grabs her staff and begins to summon 4 separate blue magical spears that quickly crash into the creature's head, shattering into little poofs of magical dust.
Look what it did to Opal! You fiend!
Cha, are you okay?
Oh, you did that. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Perfectly fine. All right.
Doo-doo. Well, Char,
Okay.
you're up if you're actually up.
I was like, oh, what you guys, what do you do? Holy shit! And he does a kip up onto his feet. Am I dreaming? Is that thing real? Not getting an answer. He's just going to. How big is this thing?
Quite
As
large.
big as it looks.
Big as it looks. Okay. So
Definitely a large
Child's
creature.
just gonna run over here. Oh, I can't take an action. Game is paused.
There you go.
There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
A wise
What
decision.
does this icon mean
35.
in this situation?
Which
Why
icon?
it's like the one that's affecting Chasari and Kozik. What's that for?
Oh yeah, what is that?
Am I tired or something?
Concentration? It's like the concentration image.
I think it was
From-
you casting Pass Without a Trace at some point, never turned it off.
Did I?
Yep.
Might
Not
have
me.
done
Pass
that.
Without a Trace is active.
Oh, I did do that, but it would be canceled now because 10 minutes is or an hour has passed, I think.
Yep.
Okay. We've gotten a short rest though, right? At this point.
Would be considered an interrupted long rest.
Okay. I mean, but for a short rest I can get my key points back if we've had like an hour. Has it been an hour?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just do a short rest so I can get my key back. Okay.
How would that work?
Cha's going to just fire his arcane crossbow at this creature.
People forgetting to
5, 10, 15,
turn
20,
off effects.
Perfect. Okay.
Break concentration.
Gonna do 2 shots. 19,
Break concentration.
17. Do either of those hit?
Yes, they both would hit.
Okay. Damage. So 2 purple arcane blast fly at this thing. Oh wow. Maximum damage. 13 points on the first hit.
Let's go.
Nice.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
Nice.
Wow. And 23
Jeez.
damage.
Jeez.
Nice.
Jeez.
With a hand crossbow.
Right?
That's incredible.
Still half
Fly.
asleep.
There we go.
And then I'm gonna ready a shadow step in case the monster comes shooting at me. You teleport out of the way. And that is my turn.
All right, sorry. I believe you were trying to get a long rest because you use spell slots.
Did I?
Well, if you weren't trying to get a long rest, you will definitely be
I'm sure I
feeling the
was
effects
trying to
of
get-
fatigue,
Yeah, I'm
exhaustion
sure I was
levels.
trying to get a long rest. I can't, I'm looking at my spells, but I'm not seeing how many spell slots I've used up. Well, anyway, I know I didn't use a bunch of them. Let's
It
see.
appears you
I'm
have used 2
gonna.
spells of first level.
Okay. So I have one first
And
level left and 2 second level left. Right?
let's see.
Because I have 2 and.
And
You got two of each. You have 4 first levels.
Oh, okay.
So you have 2 first levels and 2 second levels left.
Okay. So when
first and second slot.
I'm hitting my long sword, but it's not coming up. Oh, there it is.
So I see you have 1 first level spell left and 1 second level spell left.
I used.
It looks like you used
okay. I'm not.
two. You've expended 2 spell slots, and the last 2 is a first level and the second level.
Okay, I'm not seeing whatever you're seeing. Okay.
It's the little shields in your spell casting. If you mouse over them, it'll say what you have available, which is a first level spell slot and a second, and then there's 2 grayed out shields, and they just say expended spell slot. So it's telling you you have 2 left.
Okay. I'm not sure what shield. Oh, the little shield's there. I see it now. Okay. All right. Well, gosh, that's not good. Well, I'm using my silvered
1,
longsword, but
2.
I want to do a divine
Or
smite.
first,
I mean, I
2
thought I had to
second,
pull them both
or
out. Yes, I do. Okay.
or
So I'm gonna run over there.
actually no, correction. You do have 2 first level spells. I might have to fix the UI on that one.
Okay. So I have 2 first level and 1 second level.
2 and
Yeah,
2.
You have 2 first and 2 second.
Oh, okay, 2 and 2. Okay.
I don't know why it says second
So
spell.
the divine smite can
Oh.
use either level. How do I determine which one I'm using?
I understand what Foundry's doing. So if you use a second level spell slot, it just does more damage.
Yes, but how do I determine which one to use?
You
like,
say
how
which
do
one
I
you
like-
want to use.
Oh, I just say it. Okay.
That and
I'm
if
right, I'm right.
and when you click on it, like when I click on Magic Missile as a spell, it
Uh-huh.
pulls up the what level do you want to cast this at? And
Oh,
you
really?
choose
Okay.
the level you want to cast it at.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Second
So
spell
sorry,
slot. Okay.
jump up. She runs over to this freaking dragon. Or I mean dragon, my brain. She runs over to the pile of bones that's attacking, and she swings her long sword.
Well, which path are you taking? I need to know exactly where you're walking to get to this thing.
Oh, okay. I see. I'm gonna have to go
5, 10.
through or around Zed. So I guess I'm coming between Zed and the rock.
Wonderful. That's all I need to
Uh-oh.
know.
Did I
So-
trigger something? I didn't even get to finish my hit.
This is it's still an attack of opportunity.
All right. What's happening,
As
boss?
you pass this spot here, leaving this square to get to that point. Let me unhide a token.
Oh.
This thing just jaws reach out of the ground and they snap at you as you effectively leave its threat range, and it gets advantage because you had no idea it was there.
Okay.
So it's gonna try and give you a nibble. Attack with advantage.
Oh, no way.
Nice.
Gee.
So that's definitely gonna hit because I'm sure you don't have a 23 AC.
No, I have 18, so okay.
And it is, you just feel these teeth just like, let's see, you're probably wearing like what are you wearing? Scale mail?
I sleep in my armor when
Scale
I'm
mail.
camping, man. Yes,
Oh,
scale mail.
that's how you get exhaustion.
Oh, I got elf juice, man.
So scale mail. So I would say it bites into your leg, and like the teeth may not necessarily puncture the armor. There's enough bite force that it's extremely painful.
Uh-huh.
And apparently extremely painful.
Is that damage?
That
Or just
is
another
damage.
No, God damn. Shit, very painful.
We all need to decide to glamp after this night.
No kidding. Holy shit. 21. Okay, I'm taking 21 off my deal.
Ouch.
Is that accurate? Plus 5. 10, 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Ah, that's what it is. So there's something tied to that. It is a bite. Oh, that's a straight up damage. That's about right. So it kind of crushes, like your ankle a good bit, and you just kind of feel like maybe one of the teeth or a couple of teeth just actually, pierce through some of the chain links, and you just feel like this burning, like stinging where the teeth sunk in, but you don't really know what that represents because you're in the heat of the moment. But
Burning,
Continue.
itching sensation after being boned.
Represent.
Better check in with
Ha,
a
ha,
local
ha,
cleric
ha,
or
ha.
something.
Okay, that's enough.
But it doesn't impede your movement. It's just it got a freebie attack as you move through its square. And now I get to officially add it to the
Its mouth
initiative.
is still, but it's its mouth. I'm imagining its jaw. It's around my calf. Is it still? Am I still? Is it still got me in its jaws?
No, it just did a bite.
Just did a bite, and then I'm still running to the other one.
Mm-hmm. You stepped on the Lego.
In the moment, anyway, right?
And that was its
Okay.
reaction.
Well, do I
No, 'cause
start
it
my
was-
attack over?
No, you just continue. This is just something that happens on your way there.
Okay. Well, I already rolled a 12.
12 on this thing. A 12
with
will
my
not
long
hit.
sword. Okay.
It does
second
not have
attack.
much flesh to come in contact with, so it kind of bobs and weaves to evade your attack.
Okay, I swing my sword at it and it just glances off. And so I come around again, just the sword goes up over my head and I swing it around in a circle. And I've got both hands on it. And I come at it again. And $17.
A 17 would
hit?
land.
Good deal. Okay. Gosh darn, I want to do some damage to this thing. And I'm using damage from the Divine Smite.
Actually, they have decent intelligence, so I'd say they would have actually.
Wait,
Not
is
use
that
reaction.
an undead critter?
Yes, these are.
It definitely seems
So I
undead
should
at
get
being
an
made of
extra.
bone.
I should get an extra D8. And see, it didn't give me an option because
You didn't roll
I
damage
didn't
yet
ask,
for your melee weapon.
but I did it for my.
You just
I
rolled
rolled
the hit,
damage for my Divine Smite.
so it's
What's
adding
that?
6, but you also didn't do the damage for your longsword.
Oh, I do both of them. I'm sorry. All right.
And then
But I
roll
should
a
also get another D8 for the undeadness of it.
just roll a
So
d8.
just roll it.
So
Okay.
15. Minus 3. 18.
Nice, 18.
So 18. One of my first level spell slots is gone now, I guess. But it didn't give me the option of rolling from my first or second level. It just rolled from the first one because it just did 2d8s.
And
Didn't
that
give me the option.
pushes it past the.
And it says 2d8s for first level spell slot. So it just chose for me.
All right. So, as you strike into this thing, Opal, are you still trying to hold it?
No.
Okay, just checking. So as its reaction, it actually gets to do something as you do a pretty sizable amount of damage to it. Its body retracts into the ground. It doesn't leave like a big hole like, fleshy things would because it's made of bone.
So it retracted into the ground, but that we don't know if that means it's gone. It just retracted at the moment.
Correct. Getting a lot of messages.
Well, that's you. Okay, I thought it was my headphone trying to tell me something.
And at that point, you see the other one also just kind of retract into the ground.
Huh. Like they were just testing us to see if we could damage them or something.
I would not be relaxed.
Trust it? Yeah, no, indeed.
Is everybody awake?
Well, I'd say form up.
It's
Everybody.
the stuff of nightmares.
Actually, sorry, I would hesitate to have everybody form up on our position, specifically because you know what happened to you when you ran over that other one.
Right, good point.
If only I'd still had my wings. Could fly.
That would be
Fly
great.
free.
It's doing that.
Get the wish spell.
Niavara.
Ooh.
Let's fucking go.
How can you go when nobody's there anymore?
I mean, they're not there anymore, but I'm assuming like Sari's bleeding. Niavara is
Oh,
waking
okay.
up from a sleep. Like, okay, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck happened? Why are you bleeding? And why is everyone like raring to go in a fight? Sorry.
There were just these skeleton creatures. They look like a dragon or a serpent or something. And they popped out of the ground. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, but when I came out, they popped under the ground, and then one of them just hit me, I guess. Right there on my calf.
It was
Niavara
bony and
would like
undead.
to take an action to medicine check on that wound to understand why is it burning.
All right, well, it's still in combat round, so
Got weird.
It's still a combat round, but Niavara doesn't see any combat.
correct.
Uh-oh. Don't come over towards me, Inanna.
Well, her character
Don't come
token's
this
next to
way.
you.
Don't move.
Her character
What's
token is
that?
right next to you.
No, you're way over. You're about 30 feet from me.
I'm right here.
Yeah, and I'm
you're
right here. No, I'm right here.
I see your character token right here.
I
Me
used
too.
to be right there, but I'm right here now.
She's right there now.
The hell?
I have marked her path.
Just don't move whatever you do, because if you walk in the wrong place, one of these things is going to jump up.
Okay, so Sari's character token is right here right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Refresh.
I'll do
I'm
so
not
after
seeing
my
that
round.
either.
Really, you're not seeing me right here?
No,
I
Okay.
can always.
Here, let me
But
try
Cube
something.
you're
does.
still
You see
right.
me.
Yeah.
Let's move you back there.
Oh,
Let's put you
there
there.
we go.
Now
Was that
I see
update for
it.
everybody?
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Probably too far for Niavara to see. I did not mean to move.
Yeah. Don't move, because when I ran across to try and get the first one, the second one showed up and bit me. So don't move.
While she's on the ground, can Niavara try and do some? Never mind. She's not a really good nature person, is she? So
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm all right. I've got.
Get Cha on the camera. There you
So
go.
any spell casting is going to break Niavara's rest, right? That's what everyone's happened. That's what's happening to everyone, correct?
I mean, basically, just being awake and active is breaking the whole process. Unless entities, don't necessarily need rest like one of you.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine
So if I
having...
just hide in my sleeping bag, that won't break rest if I just ignore what's happening.
Correct.
That's an option.
It is. Welcome to D&D. You can always
an
opt to
option.
not get into a fight.
Can I use my laying on of hands to heal myself?
Not with your use of your action economy.
In theory, yes.
Oh,
Right.
Just
but
not
we're
this
in the
turn.
middle of. Oh, we're in the middle of. That's right. Okay, sorry.
Right back. Sorry.
I'm trying to see if I have like a potion in my pocket so that I can throw that to you instead of, doing a actual spell casting.
You've played
But I don't
Baldur's
see
Gate.
it. I have. So Cure Wounds is a regrettably touch spell. I don't have meta magic beads to expand that right now. Would
It's really starting to
Niavara, with her
burn.
incredibly high passive perception, like very high perception skill, would she be able to like sort of like guess what's going on with like burning, bitten foot problem basically for her action? And would a 14 be enough to tell?
A 14 from that distance? No.
Rats.
That's 25 feet away. The DC is going to be a lot higher because you're so... imagine trying to get, a doctor to evaluate you from almost 30 feet away. Like, yeah, my leg hurts. Oh yeah, I'll just take a look at it from over here.
COVID protocol. It's a joke. Okay. Why am I still concentrating on pass with a trait? I swear. I swear I got rid of it.
I don't see it.
Wild. Okay.
Also a little laggy.
So her
Yeah, she has
movement
no active.
action. Remind me cubed. What are the so with her movement action, can she just like try and hide? Or is that
Uh,
an action?
So as a rogue, you wait. Did you take enough levels in a rogue? Let's see.
Yes, I have cunning action, I think. Just double checking myself there before I wreck.
Yeah. So
No, I have expertise, but I don't have cunning action yet.
okay. So I would say trying to check somebody for wounds in the course of 6 seconds. I'd have to rule that as that would take an action.
Got it. No, that's totally chill. I was more asking, like, refresh me. Is that a movement? Does that fall into the movement category? Does that go into the
Oh, hiding's an action.
category? That's what I was thinking.
Cunning action just makes it, you know.
So you can take it as a bonus action.
Yeah.
At which point, I think Nevar is just going to try and stay in place and hope it doesn't come to her. Like, she's in her tent. She is not moving. In her lane, flourishing.
Well, it's funny. I never imagined us with tents. I just imagined we were all just.
Zed, you're up. These things just bust out of the ground, bit people, took some damage, and then vanished beneath the soil.
Okay, so a question. If I'm going to hold my action, does that... I know that that's not really counting as holding my turn. So that's specifically just an action like an attack. I wouldn't be able to say, like, hold my action, and then if something happens, then be able to move and attack? Does that make sense?
So, I mean, so are you trying to move and then hold an action?
Well, so I was thinking I wanted to hold my action to attack if one of these things pops out of the ground. But I was thinking if it pops out of the ground over here by Kozik, then like the trigger of my action was these things popping out of the ground to attack us. Would I be able to then run over and attack it, or does it have to pop up right next to me in my range because I only am being able to attack within range?
So I believe it is typically you have to move. Let's see here. You must move before readying your action, or you
Okay.
know, you expend whatever movement, be it standing still or not. Because I think it's
Okay.
just to make
That
it
makes
so
sense.
you
Yeah.
don't go. Just something happens. Now I get to.
Now I can just run around and do whatever. Yeah. That makes sense. So a caveat to that, I guess, if I use my bonus action, for steady aim, because I'm not going to have movement once my action, like once my readied action procs, if it does. So would I still get the benefit of steady aim?
Yes, because technically you've expended your movement for the round to have your action ready.
Right. Okay. So I'll do that. I'll use steady aim, and then I'm gonna ready my rapier. So if anything pops up within my melee range, I'm gonna poke it, and that'll be my turn.
Kozik. And then Kozik. Sleeping bag.
Well, I'm kind of getting out of the sleeping bag or whatever. What's going on? Then I'm looking around and I don't see any action, but I know that there was some fighting because I heard it. And yeah, I'm just gonna stay put where I am, and yeah, I'm gonna ready my whatchamacallit, Eldritch Blasts. If the creature like reappears within, I don't know, whatever, 15 feet of me, I'm gonna blast him.
And then he started blasting.
But I'm otherwise I'm looking out into the forest and looking for danger.
There's a ready action.
My turn.
It lasts until the start of your next turn. Okay. Okay, so these ready actions. Okay. So I guess at that point, whatever situation is a situation. Mm-hmm. Nothing there. Opal.
Hell should do. Sorry, you still have like 21 HP, man.
21 what?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, you're still injured, correct?
Correct.
Hmm. Try to move one over.
Ooh. Scary.
And I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds. 8 HP. Not perfect, but could be worse. I would have cast it at the second level, but I don't have it left at the moment.
Wait, does that mean I get 8 hit points returned?
Yes.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Considering
Thank
right
you.
now we can't see where those creatures are, might as well have you prepared.
Smite.
Yep.
That feels a bit better.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Cha.
Okay. So they appeared, they attacked, they went down. We're still in initiative, but can I like feel a rumbling or something, some kind of movement under the ground, or
I don't know, can you?
let's try. How about perception?
Is 5, 10,
21.
15, 20, 20, 30 feet. He's at least 35 feet away from the party. Yeah. It's nowhere near you.
Okay, what do I?
I mean, even with that perception, it's a little difficult because just based on where you saw it and where you are,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of falls under a little bit of the same situation as Neovar. Like, I'm gonna check stuff out from, because I'm just marking this as like your party is at least 25 feet away from you.
Okay. Let me retroact that a little bit. Child's gonna run up to everybody, and then do it.
Okay.
Because you're right, it doesn't make sense for him to actually just be over there when the bone creatures were over here. You know what? He's gonna come up. Yeah, he's gonna come up right here, do a perception check, put his ear to the ground, see if he can identify a direction that they might be in, if possible. And then he's gonna jump up onto this boulder next to Sadi. And
Let's see. Do you have the
hold an
movement for that?
attack action. Yeah. He's got 45.
Okay. And then jumping will be, yeah, it's fine. I don't need to nitpick it.
Nothing
And
popped
okay.
out when Shaw moved.
Nope.
So
But you
right
definitely,
here, Shawa's gonna. Yeah.
there's definitely some rumbling.
So I can't, with a 21, can I tell any kind of a direction, or it's just pervasive?
It is pervasive. It is around.
Okay. So
Because you
Chaw's
remember, these
gonna-
things are made of bone, so displacing
Yeah.
dirt is not gonna be as disruptive or noticeable as something that has skin, bone, and flesh that has to displace even more dirt.
Okay. So Chaw's gonna put his ear to the ground, hear that, feel that, jump up, be like, "They're still moving around under there, you guys. Maybe get up off the ground. They might come up after us again." Chaw's gonna jump up onto this boulder and hold an action attack with his crossbow if they become visible and pop out of the ground next round.
Held action. All right. Sorry.
Okay. Tell me if this will work. It seems like I can determine the location of them.
Let's see. Does it? I need to figure out how many of these do you have? Because think you've
many of
used
what?
a couple of them. Divine Sense.
Well, I use Divine Smite,
Deck forces until the turn. You
and
know the
this is
direction.
Divine
Celestial Fiend
Sense.
dead.
I don't know
Yes.
how many uses I get.
So as a paladin, Divine Sense, or a Oath of Ancients.
Ancients, Oath of the Ancients.
Okay, so you can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus your charisma modifier. When you finish the long
Oh,
rest, you
great.
regain all expended uses.
My charisma modifier is like +5, so I got 6 uses. So yay. So I'm using it.
Your charisma is +2. You have a 15
What
charisma.
am I looking at? Where does it? Oh, that saving throws is +5. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. +2. So I have 3 altogether.
Okay.
I think this is a good use of one of my 3, though, because if we can know where they are, that seems pretty damn useful. Right?
You know the location. Yep. That's what you want to do.
I do. I want to know where they are so that nobody's going to run past them and trigger them.
All right. Make sure you mark off you've used the charge.
Mark off what?
Just
Oh.
keep in mind that you've used it.
Yes. Does that include any of my divine stuff? Like my divine smite would be 1 already?
Divine Sense
does
is a
that not
different
count?
feature.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, just reading the spell.
And then 60 feet.
Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated as with the Hallow spell. The campground you have chosen is indeed desecrated. And to that point,
I don't know why
You-
we wouldn't have noticed that.
yeah, it's on, almost like it's almost like nobody cast Divine Sense when you first set up or something. So you would definitely detect, the location of any undead, fiend,
Mhm.
or celestial.
Yep.
You only detect one undead, and it's directly beneath you.
Directly beneath me.
Currently,
And that's the only one?
you only detect one.
Wow, in that whole area. So the one of the other one just is gone now. Okay.
I love that she
Having
thinks that.
cast Divine Sense, is there anything else I can do on my turn?
So that was
I
your
mean, I know I
action.
get 2 attacks, but I don't get 2 actions. I get
Correct.
2 attacks.
So you can move.
So I can move. Well, I think that's a damn good idea. All right, everyone. There's there's one of those undead right beneath where I was. So get out of there.
How far did you move? Okay, yeah, you just basically
I
moved
just
back.
went right back where I was in the first place.
Wonderful.
And I had a 60-foot radius, so if that's the only one. Move, everyone. Get away from there.
All right. Before we
Until
get
the
to
end of
that
my
round,
next turn, you know the location. Okay.
because things happen when you move.
Oh, of course they do.
So you watching the path that you move through.
Okay. You said there was only one right underneath me.
Oh, I'm not done. Don't worry. 1, 2. The
Why
third
didn't
one.
I detect these guys?
Evil little thing.
So that's gonna be 3 attacks of opportunity.
There's
Why
another one.
didn't I detect? But I'm supposed to detect them.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't I detect them?
Trust the DM. Understand that there are things that are happening that you have not interpreted.
All right.
Anyway,
When does my delayed action come into effect?
that's exactly what I was going to get at. So when these things get their attacks of opportunity from her leaving this threatened square, anybody who had something prepared to attack these things triggers. The question is, which one are they going after? It's as if these things all struck simultaneously.
I'm going after the one closest to me, as per my condition.
So let's resolve that first.
Okay. Attack. And attack. I'll just
16,
twice.
yep, that'll hit.
11 probably does.
And 11, unfortunately, does not. Unless you want to spend an inspiration
Roll the
and hope.
damage.
Which
so
one are you
yeah.
going after, Kozik? Which one is it?
The one closest to me, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So I see this bony threat come up out of the ground. And I kind of give a start. And I flash out with my Eldritch Blast. I knew they were going to show back up again. I guess maybe some of the blast like goes through its bony maw and maybe through its ribs, because it doesn't seem to do that much damage. They're tricky.
All right, and let's see who else had something ready. Zed. Good
Zed's gonna
steady
go
aim.
for the one that popped up right where Opal and I were standing. The one that Sari basically called out, and the one that Zed's assuming Opal was holding on to at the very beginning of all of this.
So give me a quick perception check.
Okay.
I'd say it's a wounded enough. So looking at these things, you just a quick peer at it. Looks like that one seems to be in much worse condition than the other two.
Which one?
The one north of you.
North.
Mm-hmm.
Zed, if you wanna line something up, because Cha had initiative before Kozik and Zed, and I had held an action. If you want me to get into position, if you want to call out to have him be in position for advantage or anything on whatever you want to hit, you could do that.
I guess. Yeah, I don't think we can move anymore since it's a reaction sort of thing.
Correct.
Oh, you're right. No movement.
So
Sorry. Never mind.
so we might actually, if you hit the one that is kind of between us, you might get advantage. I already have advantage from steady aim,
Gotcha.
or but okay. With that being said, then I think Zed would notice that, and he's gonna try and go after the one that he saw get hit and take damage, and looks the most damage. So yeah, it'll be the one up there then.
Alrighty.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then
Oh, maybe. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, and I also have to add this guy to the initiative
Oh, did we
proper.
resolve the whole inspiration thing? Did somebody actually take it?
No, let's give it
Inanna,
to
you were-
Inanna
you were-
because
well,
she had the
it was
guts.
Opal too, right?
I'll
Opal
do
was
it.
telling the story.
Inanna already has one too.
Oh, okay.
Do you have
Opal
one,
had the
Opal?
guts to stay on the-
I don't think
does-
anyone else has one because we used them all last session.
Yeah. Everyone said I used their
And that's why
so-
we gave it to Inanna.
So, yeah, you managed to make sure I click the right one. This one. Click. You poke your rapier at it, and just the head shatters and fractures and falls to pieces as if it's not able to maintain its composition. However, with that perception, you do see, as the bones are falling and just sort of raining to the ground into the soil around you, that the portion that you didn't destroy just retracts into the ground like a worm that's burrowing away.
That's disturbing.
Like from
That means it
Kroll.
reconstitute itself.
Did everybody see Kroll?
No,
Everybody see
thanks.
Kroll in the 80s? It's a great fantasy movie. But the bad guys had like these disturbing little symbiotes inside their bodies that would just melt into the earth whenever their bodies were destroyed. It was pretty cool.
Let's see, and who else had? I think Cha had already. Yeah, Cha had already.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you do that? Am I able to do that too? You ready an attack?
Oh wait,
on your-
no. Hold on. Cha
I
wouldn't.
just hadn't heard of it before.
Let me check. So you did that. Sorry, order of operations.
Yeah.
So, Cha at that point. And it was sorry. This thing, so
Cha
how
did a
the
perception check.
yeah, so how like
Um,
the holding your action goes, if nothing happens at till the start of your next action, then basically, you lose it. But Zed and Kozik, this happened before their turn came up, so I'm trying to let's see, this is round 2. Your first round you did that. Yeah, no, you held it. Okay. I think I'm
Yeah.
right.
So anybody can do that. Hold an action?
Yep, anybody
Yeah,
can
it was before his next turn.
So anybody can hold an action, but if the triggering event does not occur, if you hold an action, then you do not get to act that. Don't get to act on it. It's like waiting for somebody to walk through a door. It's like waiting for somebody to walk through a door and they don't walk through the door when you thought they would.
But you don't lose any. Do you lose your next turn, or do you just
You've
No.
you don't get to act?
you've basically foregone an action for that turn, and if the triggering event doesn't happen, then it's wasted. It's a user lose kind of thing.
I see. Okay.
So
But
for
there was
instance,
nothing to
in this,
attack like during the
yeah,
the time. So, but he still had action economy. So Cha said he would hold an attack.
in this instance, when it was our turns, there wasn't anything to hit.
Right.
So we said, yeah, I'm going to hold the action in case something pops up. Now to
Right,
that
right.
point, if none of them
That's
popped
what I
up
meant.
by the time it was my
It
turn
wouldn't
again, I don't get
Uh-huh.
2 turns. I just basically
Right.
wasted that last turn, and it's not a waste because there wasn't really
Right,
much
'cause you
I
wouldn't have
could have
done
done
anything
anyway.
Right. Okay, so it's not.
So it's just an
So you're not
option.
hurting yourself with it. Okay.
Yeah.
I should have done that. All right.
It's being cautious.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so Cha's going to attack. Would he have advantage based on Zed's or Opal's placement of the one that's under them?
Yeah, I mean technically you can't end in the same square, but it's technically under and unburrowing, and this is a reaction, or this is a held
Okay,
action.
so and with a reaction, would it?
Sorry.
That's an interesting question. Would it be a single attack or would it be my full my full double attack as a
It's whatever
reaction?
goes with your action.
So it would be a double attack. Okay, so
So
Cha's
yeah,
gonna
you couldn't do any bonus
Yeah.
action stuff, but yeah.
right. Okay, gotcha. So Cha's just going to take out his staff.
One day I'll have a boon
24.
mic.
21. 6 damage on the first, and 8. Get back up there. Snot. Go. Damage. And 6 more. 12 total with his staff. So the one that is underneath Opal, Sari, and Zet.
All right. So now that we've dealt with your action economy of reactions,
Yeah.
we get to deal with their reactions, which were all to attack Sari as she left their squares.
Ooh.
What?
Of the ones that are alive.
So much for that divine sense thing, man. That was useless.
Well, it's not the fact. It's not the matter of the divine sense being useless. It's a matter of how you acted
There's
on the
something about
information.
creature.
Ah.
There's something
But-
about the creature that didn't
I-
align with your
So
divine
at that
sense.
moment, there's only the one, but by moving, it made the other ones appear.
You have no idea what goes on behind the DM screen.
Well, you're saying it was my action that brought them all up. So if
I didn't say anything about your action brought
There
them
could
up.
be multiple reasons for why he's saying that. One of them could be that this is a single creature, maybe. You know, I mean, and you only saw that piece or something, or I mean, we don't know. why it didn't work. So that's because okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, just trust the DM.
That's the DM. Okay.
Yep.
Reaction. Well,
So
she's
this-
aware
there's the
there.
attack,
Would it be with advantage?
which I'm
That I
definitely
didn't
looking
see.
forward to.
And attack. One would definitely hit.
Can I still? I didn't use a reaction, right? I can
Correct.
still use silvery barbs.
Correct.
All right, yeah, I'll do that.
Attack again. So silvery bars just makes a reroll. Okay. And a 14 and a 12 would not hit. So they'd bite at your ankles, bursting from the ground, mostly just their mouths, as they chomp at you. But nothing hits with the assistance of Zed saying or doing something. What was the thing you said or did to distract mindless creatures such as undead?
Well, for, I guess just for theatrical purposes, because he's standing here so close, he's gonna step on one little piece of this one that's just kind of like coming out from underneath him, and then he's gonna see the other one that's like within 5 feet here, and he'll just kind of reach out and trying to step on it, but he might just like kick it a little bit, just maybe send it, like stop it from getting a full lunge at Sari as she ran by.
Which a full lunge it definitely would have been.
Right.
Much appreciated.
So that was them acting on you running away. Which now brings us to actual turn order.
Mhm.
Huzzah.
The actual what?
This guy
Okay.
is gonna, closest target would be Zed. It's gonna try and bite Zed, as it is now no longer burrowed, very visible, and at least. Oh, by the way, Zed, before we move forward, who are you giving the advantage to?
Oh, good call.
You can give it to yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to Opal.
All right. So this writhing amalgamation of bone kind of waggles its body a little bit, and it looks at Zed. And one touch.
Does it have disadvantage since I'm standing on it?
Nope, this is something else. Okay. Ability score.
Okay.
Okay. So you get to make a. Sorry, the particular thing on this is broken. Let's see what stat it uses this. Okay. So give me a. God damn it. Concentration up to a minute. I rarely get to do stuff like this. It looks like it is. It's so weird that it does not tell me the DC is. Oh, okay, there it is. Wisdom save. Okay, so give me a wisdom saving throw. As its eyes focus on you. And what you get? 21, and you are fine. And that goes its action economy.
Oh,
Does
he's
the
looking at me
skeleton have
funny.
eyes?
And the other one, eventually, looks like it might be readying to do something, but it's not its turn. Inanna.
Then why are you funny looking? Ha! Sorry, it's not funny right now.
So which one was the one that Zedrin was saying it was looking at him funny?
That bottom one there.
Okay.
He passed,
In
though.
which case,
Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do.
Nivara is in fact going to. So, has this one been attacked yet?
That's taking a little bit of damage.
Okay. Nivara might be down on spell slots. Oh, but she still has her level 1, so let's try this. Provided she can hit it. That's not a good sign.
No, it's not.
Dice are sounding really lame.
Yeah,
You know
they're
what I
really
mean?
mad
They're
at
like,
us today.
they sound lame too. They're like, if they barely roll, you don't get a good roll sound. They're just like,
All right, so a 14 will whisk past it.
And with that,
Has she ever hit with the guiding bolt?
yeah, I think Nivar is just going to remain quiet. And hope that even though she definitely did something, it didn't notice.
There's far juicier targets nearby. Zed.
And far harder targets. How would a
there's no target juicier than Inanna.
oh no, I'm more wondering about the tastiness of a certain rock. But like they are undead. They have no eyes, they have no tongue. Maybe they like the crunch.
Back.
Let's see. I'm gonna do. I guess I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'll steady aim and wing away. Going for the one that I'm standing on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Soon won't be standing on. Yep, a rapier for 21's going to hit. Fine. Just gonna apply that. And apply that.
All right, so 21.
Not quite as through. All right. Significant damage from a rouge.
That's all my economy.
Now its economy. It has so many options. Do we want to try that again? I think this creature
Can I ask you a question, Cubed, without giving you ideas?
Good luck.
Never mind. I won't ask until it's my turn. Never mind.
Okay. So it's just gonna go and fight the person that currently attacked it. So its head's just like barely sticking out of the ground. Let me check one thing. There could be something that does way cooler than just boring old biting. Because just a bite is lame. And it gets to showcase something cool. You know what? Can do this. So this one, you're looking at it, it's looking at you. And if it had any actual serpentine, like fleshy features, you'd probably imagine it would be hissing at you. But it also looks at you funny. Give me a wisdom saving throw. DC of 11. Not as cool as
got
the
an
other
11.
one. Not as cool as the other thing, but can do this. So you feel your body just kind of just lock up. Not willingly. You are effectively paralyzed.
Can I still talk?
Oh, crap.
Let's see. Can you talk while paralyzed? A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. Nope.
Hey,
More
good to
speed.
know.
Damn.
The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. And any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Paralyze is fun.
Said, pull yourself together, man. I didn't mean the funny looking thing. It was just a joke.
But that is its action economy to effectively do that.
So is it obvious to everyone else that something just happened to me because they just looked at me?
Mm-hmm.
So do I just look like I'm standing there, or does it look like I'm being constricted and like frozen?
Yeah, would
You
like,
just
fall
you
over?
just held it just locked in place.
I'm just standing still. Okay.
But that is its action economy. But it also
I
cannot
barely
end its
noticed because
turn.
moments ago you were moving.
Also can't end its turn in a square that enemies are in, technically. So it has to not be there.
We already all had our reactions, though, huh?
No, but it's just a rule of the game. Because I think it's technically considered like force movement for that purpose.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. So no opportunity.
But just to double check something. Yeah, you can't willingly end your move in its space. Okay. Checking something. The creature's friend enemy, you can't willingly end space.
Is that the one I attacked earlier?
You can show a target
Did it move position?
to one of the
Or is the
turns.
dead one the one I attacked earlier? Because the one underneath said Nopal's the one. And the one
They must move out of that
is that the one I
space.
attacked earlier?
Okay, so they have to move out of that space. So it's just gonna retract into the ground to do its movement then. So you would get attacks of opportunity. as it is not disengaging.
Oh, wow.
For those of you who aren't paralyzed.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
I'm
Cha
gonna get
wouldn't.
one of those. Sorry. Well, he had his.
'Cause you're on top
he
of a
had
rock.
His action.
How would you?
Okay.
Because it
Wouldn't
stuck
be
its head
close
out of the
enough?
ground to do the stuff that you hit it with. Because I'm
Okay.
just like, if you're on a rock, like the whole point of you being on the rock was so you're not on the ground, right?
Was to get away from it. Yeah.
And it hasn't fully. So I'd say Opal can
I
get
guess
it.
that depends on how big the
Yeah,
rock was.
Opal
But he
can
was
do
in
this.
range.
Quickly.
But alternatively, that means it can't get an attack of opportunity on you if you jump off the rock. So there's that.
Oh, that's good to know.
Like if you can't hit it, it can't hit you. Then it's just one of the downsides to a top-down grid because technically, square-wise, you're right next to each other, but actual, game, actual
Yeah,
space in
the
the
size of the
world.
actual rock, right? For distance.
Alright.
But I used a staff. But it just depends on how big that rock is.
Well, it must be within staff reach, right? Oh, were you on the rock when you did that?
Alright. I'll take my attack of opportunity on it. I'm gonna hit it with Thunder Gauntlets.
Did that? He did that.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, game. Where's
Because it
that?
didn't really poke its head out above the ground that fall. That's a toughie. That's a
My
toughie.
question is, why the hell is the actual attack roll for option?
So maybe when you heart anything in it. Let's see. Gauntlets count as a simple melee weapon. Well, you aren't holding anything in it. Are you not holding anything?
I mean, Opal. Shoot. At the moment, Opal is holding her staff in one of her hands. So that is the big issue.
That's damage on the hit. A creature is hit by the gauntlet and has disadvantage on the attack rolls against.
Sounds
Actually, you
like
know
each one is separate.
Fuck it. Cha, you can get an attack of opportunity. Fuck it.
Oh, okay.
Cha, get your
Okay.
attacks in. It's fun.
Yeah! Cha thinks about it for a millisecond that seems to last 10 minutes in his head about whether his staff can reach this creature, but then he decides to do it anyway. Yeah.
And Opal, you can just do a d20 and then add all the modifiers, and then we
Oh,
can
yeah, thanks.
figure all that out.
15. Is 15 hit?
I mean, with my armor, I
15
could
would
use
barely hit.
that.
All right.
Shoot. I got nothing.
12 damage with the max damage with the quarterstaff and the hand crossbow.
Not
That
vulnerable to anything.
never happened.
And you guys are like, oh, our dice
Awesome.
rolls are so bad tonight. Meh.
Oh, Cha's
And
been
then
rolling
Cha's
like
just
a
max
boss.
damage rolling everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. So that was 12 damage. Apply to you. Has he hit his threshold yet? Nope. 3 more damage.
Mittens don't ever act like these things.
And then Opal with a 13. Yeah, it's not going to hit.
Missed.
All right. That brings us to Kozik.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out with my feelings here and shoot some more Eldritch Blasts at them. At the same one that's closer to me. Maybe I'll chip away at it.
Reach
Yep, yep.
out and touch faith. Boom, 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 boom.
Let's
It's
hope I
movement.
can find a personal J-man here. Okay,
5.
boom. Attack.
Ah,
Can't move
Attack
further than
again.
that.
well,
Yeah.
that's nice.
That one made up for it. Okay. I imagine that the 23 hits.
It does indeed.
Okay, great. Let's roll damage. Yeah. I hit it
Apply.
right in the center of its bony forehead.
Nice.
And I'm gonna stand firm. I'm not gonna retreat.
As a
As an
dwarf,
example to my peers.
as dwarves do.
As a dwarf worth my salt. And that'll be my turn.
We definitely need an example. Never ask for one.
Opal.
Oh, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going. You know what? Just magic missile. I would disengage, but I don't want to do that.
Disengage from what?
Oh wait, is this thing not above ground right now?
Oh, that one is. Because remember, the one went underground, which gave you guys the attack of op.
No, I remember that one.
Yeah, so this one's still there.
Going to hit it with basic magic. Nine damage.
Apply. Apply? There we go.
Opal, you also
Oh,
still have
right.
advantage.
Hmm?
Magic missile doesn't incur a roll.
I know. I'm just reminding you that you have advantage.
Oh shit.
Who knows? You might need that soon. Anyway,
Hopefully everything will be alright.
are you standing where you are? Are you moving?
I'm staying right here. Opal has seen Sar get attacked twice by these things trying to move out of the way.
All right, Cha. You see Kozik standing there holding true.
Okay. Chaw's gonna do a jumping flip off of the rock, get into a position to flank this thing with Zed,
It'll be hilarious if he gets in that one.
and pull and continue wailing away on with it with his quarterstaff.
Don't get in that one. Or do. It could be hilarious. Aw.
Dirty 20.
Double 13.
23.
A 5 and a 16.
Yeah, it's not as still. However, if you
So,
add
in order,
14 damage.
well, in order to flank, my good sir, you are not
Yes.
currently at the angle to do so from that spot.
Is this not? This wouldn't be the exact opposite of Zed. I mean, I can easily get into whatever spot, but isn't that exact opposite of Zed compared to the size of this thing?
No, that's basically you being both in front of it.
Okay, what if I'm right here?
Where's he at? That definitely won't be flanking. Where where is Zed on your
Where's
screen?
flanking? Oh, I see him right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is this
So-
the thing I'm attacking, right? So where
Yeah,
would
you
it
being there
really
and
be?
there is not flanking though.
Okay, where would be flanking?
There, or there. Opposite
Right
sides of the
here?
square.
Okay, he can easily do that. And there you go. Does it fall with 14 damage or not?
Let's see, 14. Let me apply these numbers. Nope. It is. I would say it's standing, but it doesn't really have legs, so it is still conscious, mobile, aware.
Okay, here we go.
It's still unliving. Its own unique little way.
17 to hit. A 25 to hit
Mm-hmm.
for total of
Nice.
16 more damage.
Nice.
Apply. Apply. Ooh, that's the threshold. All right, you smack into this thing, and it disappears
Ah.
underneath the soil.
Oh, like crumbled away, or did it just descend?
You don't really know. You knocked a bunch of it off, and it just kind of fell to the ground and just kind of sunk underneath the soil, like, you know, like as if the soil's like quicksand or something. It just kind of falls beneath.
Ah, I wish I could find a gift from Kroll. It's exactly what I imagined. Okay, I mean there are a lot of gifts from Kroll, but not the one I'm looking for. Okay, Chaw's gonna use some more movement to clamber back up onto that big rock. Ah! Look out! One more!
There might be 2 more.
Sorry.
No visible monsters.
Correct.
Well, I'm gonna do that thing. What did you call it? Hold my attack?
Hold in action.
Hold in action. Because I don't know what else I can do right now. If I move, I'm just gonna bring it up.
Oh, it's coming up regardless.
So I don't think I can do anything else.
Good news is that they appear. I have full.
Yeah.
All right, so you're readying action to attack if they appear.
Correct.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
There's just not much else I can do. So
If they pop up, but they're not close enough to you, you're not going to be able to move to go hit them.
no,
So, you
dude,
know.
I'm gonna throw my battle axe right at
Oh,
it.
fuck yeah! There you go.
So, which attack are you doing? Because you have to designate, like, I'm going to throw a battle axe
Oh,
at
my
him, or I'm
battle
going to hit him
axe.
with a sword.
My battle axe.
Yeah, so think
Regardless
of
whether
it.
they're far away or up close, I'm gonna use the battle axe.
Okay. And are you throwing the battle axe? Or, because, so when you're holding an action, it has to be
depends how
very
close it is.
specific.
Yeah, but it depends how close it is.
Yeah, but you're holding an action for something to happen. So basically, I
So-
need to know:
It's
are
over-
you?
That
It's-
is a very
it's-
that is a very good
I'm
point. If
holding
it's
it
super up
over.
close,
I'm holding it
then-
over. I'm holding it over my head. I'm holding it up overhead. If it was close, I can bring it down on its head, and if it's far away, I can throw it.
But
I can do either
picture this.
one from that position.
Picture this from the DM's perspective. If you're readying an action, the action that you're readying is like, if I'm planning that it's going to pop up over there, I'm going to get ready to throw my axe right there. And if it doesn't pop up there, it pops up right next to you. You weren't ready for that to happen. So it's not
You
really.
guys didn't get these specific questions about what direction you were aiming your weapon in.
I didn't say direction, but it is very specific. As if Kozik did say, if something pops up within this distance of me, he said 15 feet. If something popped up 30 feet away, he could still hit it because it's within range, but he wouldn't get that readied action because he didn't specify that.
I have to specify exactly where I think it will pop up.
Well, I just need to know if you are
Where you're
gonna throw at it or if you're gonna hit it in the melee.
Okay, here's my question. If I'm holding this axe up, my right hand up like overhead, I could easily throw it distance as well as bring it straight down on something's head. I mean, in
kind of
that
agree with that.
position,
Like, I don't understand why this is an issue. If she can throw it or not, right? Like, so what's the big deal?
So the
I
issue
agree.
is if it pops up near her,
Yeah.
then and she wants to throw it, that's gonna incur certain penalties because it's a thrown weapon in a melee.
I don't think
I can
that's a
throw
good
that
call,
weapon
just
or
to be
hit someone
honest.
with that weapon.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think we're nitpicking this. Like, just let her attack the fucking thing. Jeez.
I just want to say I agree with I completely agree with that. I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I can see the perspective of the DM being like, well, if you were wanting to throw it and you're ready and you know what I mean? Like it's a big battle axe. So if you're gonna throw it, I feel like you're probably gonna posture yourself differently than if you're gonna swing right in front of you. I understand,
I think, but Sari
but
is strong. I mean, she's an elf. She's strong.
I
I
agree.
think
No,
she can
yeah,
hold that battle axe with one hand
And
overhead.
and
And
I'd
she's getting
also
ready to throw it, but if something pops up in front of her, she's just going to bring it down on its head.
and I'd also like
Not
to
like she
point
can't
out
shift her.
and I'll also point out this is why a lot of
Yes,
DMs
sir.
don't like readied actions. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
But we'll go with it. That's fine. I just needed to know what your readied action was, because I just need to know. That's a DM
Well,
back behind the scene kind of thing of stuff that's
I guess
happening.
I'm thinking if I can't see this thing, I've got my axe up and I'm looking everywhere to see if it's going to be up close, far away. I'm ready to react wherever I see it, right? Because I don't know where it's going to come up. I mean, if you were in battle and you don't know where it's coming from, you're just looking everywhere, right? And you're going to
I've
react
been
to
in
whatever
so many
happens.
battles. I feel like a held action, attack action would be ready for either one, melee or
Yeah.
distance.
well, everything that you were just
No?
saying, as far as where I was coming from it, from the being very specific, I do agree with what you were just saying. Is it just burrowed under the ground, and they've popped up in multiple places. So you wouldn't necessarily be expecting that it's going to be right there. You're going to be looking all over the place, not knowing where it's going to be popping up, but thinking that it will be. So I could see it making total sense. Um, I'm not trying to say you can't do anything. I was just trying to give some sort of perspective on like why it potentially has to be so specific. And I was just using this as an example.
Who else had a held action besides Kozik? You
Well,
said
Zed and
Cha
Sil.
did, so I guess that's an interesting point because Cha
So
What did
said,
you?
like my held action was, if it pops up, I'm gonna attack it. I did not specify that I was gonna use like my crossbow or my staff, but if it was close to me, I'd pull out the staff and whack it. If it was far away, I would have used the crossbow.
But I don't think that's I'm not trying to give us a speed bump here, but you're supposed to actually say, I want to ready my crossbow. Because
But
if
he
you
didn't.
like, because if you were readying your crossbow to shoot at something, you'd have your crossbow in your hand and it would be readied to fire at something. So if it popped up right
it's
next to
rules.
you, you'd just shoot it with your crossbow and you'd have disadvantage.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
I guess, but it's a hand crossbow. It's one-handed. He could hold both weapons. It's not a thing where you have to carry it with two hands.
Right. But
Like
if you were readying
I
your,
understand. Like
yeah, I'm just, it's,
we don't have to keep going. I just understand the point here. We're
I'll
warriors. If we're readying an attack,
listen.
we should be able to attack either way. But It's your call, so that's cool.
I'll ready the battle axe for throwing if you need me to pick one.
Okay. I just needed option A or B. Okay. So their situation. I get to unhide a token because they're unburrowing.
Oh. It's behind.
So now you get to take your ready to action, which is to throw it.
Yeah, well, I kind of need to throw it anyway. It's 5 feet away. It's not right next to me.
It's next to you. That's adjacent.
Oh, 2 of them.
These two look pretty wounded. And they're gonna bite at the stalwart individual who has been pelting them. Probably because he seems to be standing perfectly still. Just kind of, he's very small
Like
and
a
edible.
stone wall.
Small and edible.
So, sorry, you can do your hatchet. Hatchet?
A
Battle axe?
hatchet. That's a battle axe, my friend. All right, let's see here.
Not meant to be thrown.
Come on. Hatchet. Don't let
Hand axes are
Saru
meant to
say
be
that.
thrown. Okay.
Oops, sorry. Dang it. That's far too many. All right. I didn't say which one I was aiming at, but since they're both the same distance, I guess it's this one here.
So
This one can hurt more people.
the one on the right is the one that popped up first.
Oh, okay, then that's.
I just have to unhide both of them because.
I gotcha. Okay. Then I'm aiming at the one on the right. And
All right. And give me one more little d20 there.
a d20?
Yep. 17 would still hit. All right, and roll some damage. That would have been a 22.
Yes, I'm not smiting, but they're pretty damaged. So let's see.
Mm-hmm. 6. 1 hit point left.
I got another attack.
And what are you attacking with? Because didn't you say you were throwing the battle axe at him?
Oh, I threw the battle axe. That's right. Okay, I got my sword is still in my other hand. I've got both out. So, and it's a 6-foot sword. So with my arm's reach and the fact that it's a 6-foot sword, didn't it say 6
Yeah,
feet?
I'd
What
say
did
the
it
19 will hit.
All right. Some damage.
6-foot sword is not a great sword. Six. It had 1 hit point left. Minus.
Okay, we got one.
6. Okay, yep. Oh, that's a weird validation error. No, I just want to put a skull over the token game.
That one, the one on the right is the one I killed. Okay, yeah. Or finished.
All right. Cool. So then, Niavara. Basically, it popped up and it was about to bite at Kozik. And using the, other thing as advantage. But that moment never came as it was hit with a battle axe and then a sword, leaving us with Niavara and one bony creature. It's three-headed. For those of you watching, one body, three heads. The players don't know this. Shaw had a pretty good hunch though. Like, I think he put two and two together. If Niavar is here, that is.
I'm gonna go check on her. Oh, there she is.
It has been
Doo-doo.
very that in mind. I am set on the
Ever so
saving.
quiet.
Yes. But this one.
Oh, there's only one left. There's only
Yeah.
one left.
Normal.
Critical
fails by one.
failure. Oh, I guess it's not a crit.
So click damage.
I'm more just double checking. It's the higher level. It's 2d12, right? It's level 5.
Yep. 16. Is it alive? Nope, it is not. -3.
Wait, what was the saving throw for? Was it attacking you?
No.
Oh, it was a saving throw for the serpent. Sorry.
So
exactly.
feel free to describe how you take it to -3 hit points.
Niavara basically she doesn't have any of her stuff out. She has never left her tent.
Sorry, sir.
She more or less just bangs her knuckle against her knife as she calls out for it to return from the ground from whence it came, and a loud tolling of the bell. It tolls for thee.
Little bony serpent.
Oh no, I closed the wrong
Uh,
window.
And with that intense necrotic power, as it fails and falls.
History. Tab. That one. Alright, effectively ending combat as its body crumples to the ground. Though you guys can all give me a quick little perception check as things are dying down.
Oh yeah, Niavara,
Jeez.
it would be found at the end of things. Like, okay, how fucked are we?
So with a 29 and a 19 and a 14, basically it's 13 plus. And a
Yeah.
13, you would see that the necks that these serpents have still go underground, but there's no more movement. Like the heads collapse, most of the necks, most of the quote unquote body that you've observed stops moving, but it's almost like looking at like a hose that's going underground. But the hose is bones. Bones and hoses.
We got boned by hose.
Might want to
And what time is it? It's middle of the
Middle of
night,
the
Yeah.
night.
getting on to
Yep.
the morning.
Oh, are we ever going to get any
We
rest?
haven't had a full rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm gonna get
Why
some.
didn't anybody tell us there were disturbing undead bone creatures on the path to Bond
We-
Village?
We
Mittens
also
did.
didn't look.
What'd you say,
Oh,
Inara?
Mittens did.
Didn't look before we set up camp, but I think we ought to move. And she just gestures to like where they're going into the ground, and she's like, I have feelings that they are going to there might be more where that came from.
Well, I'm with you on
Jeez
that. Let's
Louise.
get out of here.
So Niavara is going to crawl out
Are you
from her
Inanna or
tent.
Niavara? Are you like
Oh,
Niavara again, or are you Inanna still?
no. She's Inanna. She's in her
Okay.
pretty
Okay.
little thing. I just call her interchangeably.
Okay.
I should
Just
stick.
checking.
like what's the word for when you're just crawling on your elbows out from a place? Army crawls. Is
Prone.
that the right term for it?
Sounds good. I get the image.
Army crawls out from the tent, and then she's like, "I think that we should be very cautious and not trying to disturb the earth. Quickly gather our stuff and then we get the fuck out."
Cha does a Top Gun
This
high
is
five with Zed,
day 4. We get them to Bog
as
Village.
is presented in the GIF.
Zed
That's
doesn't
right.
move.
Is he still
That doesn't
paralyzed?
move.
Has he been paralyzed this whole time?
Does it go away when the creatures die or no?
No, but it goes away after about a minute.
Oh. So Cha walks up to Zed, who's just standing there with a blank look on his face. He's like, holds his hand up and he's smiling. Zed does nothing. And he's like, Zed, stop it, man. It's not funny anymore. Are you messing with me? Cha's gonna shake him. Oh my god, they got Zed, you guys. Gonna gently lower Zed to the ground. No.
Cha,
No.
Cha, calm down. He's
Fucking bone creatures. I'll
I-
kill them if they weren't already dead.
I think he might just be paralyzed, Shaw. Just
yeah.
give him
Look
a
at
moment.
him. The light has gone out in his eyes.
Can't move. That's it. Just
That
give
will
him a
never
second.
prove that he was already dead and that he was the Black Diamond.
Calm down, Cha.
You'll still have many chances, I promise.
Just give him some time for the poison to wear off. Or for one of us to cast a spell to help with that.
Fly the leeches.
We are not bloodletting Zedrin.
Oh.
Cha's gonna pick up Zed and throw him over his shoulder. Like, we're not leaving you behind. All right, let's hit
can you
it.
give me a hand? My legs really not well.
Right. So now that Inanna is closer, she's actually going to do a proper medicine check on the damaged leg and be even
It's-
worse.
It's even worse up close than it was from 25 feet away.
And she's like, "Okay, I'm going to be so real with you right now. Sorry. I'm so very sorry. I'm extremely tired. I actually don't have anything to help with this right now, nor can I really tell what's going on. You know what, Opal? You are learned in many ways. Can you come over here and give your learned expert opinion about what the fuck might be happening to Sari's poor foot here?"
Oh yeah, sure.
Can I heal myself with lay on hands?
Yep.
Oh
That
well,
is-
I've got it.
Oh yeah, why do we need to make a medicine check when Sarah can just heal the wound? Or when
Well, I
all three of us
Oh,
could just heal the
see.
wound.
Poison. Oh, do my bad.
I mean, let's see.
yeah, well, I've got 30 hit points of healing, so I think I'm good.
Don't worry, little one. We'll fix it, I promise.
Okay.
I know you would be crushed if Zed were to not get better.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I guess we ought to walk. Like you said, no, we should walk really slow
He's too young to have a sense of loss.
and gently, not to disturb these things.
does anybody know what these things are? Why they're here?
Giant bone snake.
Why
And
here?
evil.
God, dragons and bone snakes? Nobody told
Good
us we'd find
question.
stuff like this on the way to Bonk Village. Nobody. We were
Go-
talking to the mayor. You think he would know about this kind of stuff?
Could be a recent development, Cha.
You think?
I mean, that and he probably assumed that we were adventurers who knew what we were getting into, whether that be goblins on the path or horrid bone monstrosities.
Well, I'm with Choi. Could have said something for sure.
This is terrible for the local economies to have a travel way that has horrible bone monsters.
Right,
Like,
she camping.
if Grensel's trying to put itself on the map, they need to deal with this stuff.
Well, we just dealt with it for him a little bit.
Jeez. They were still alive. They went back in the ground. What the hell? They're going to like reconstitute or something?
I don't think they were still alive.
Still wiggling around. They went underground again, just without heads.
No, they just kind of melted. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Should we set up camp another place? Should we get moving? I haven't slept yet.
I think we need to sleep, but we should get a fair bit away from here.
Well, Opal, you would
some of you
know
have the yeah, you
because
have
I know you
abilities to
have
check on undead stuff, right?
because you have the Outlander. You know, if you just power through the rest of the night, you might be able to get to Bonk Village if nothing interrupts you.
If
Because this would
being
be
the
day
operative word.
4.
Okay. So, I have a recommendation.
But you
Not
will
necessary.
suffer exhaustion as you have not slept.
We
Just
could
a little bit.
theoretically make it to Bonk Village before the day comes.
Who knows what's going on there? They could be beset upon by who knows what.
Let's at least get a little bit away and then have a short rest at least, so that I've got a little bit of sleep in us.
Can any of you check if there are more weird bone things? Do you have abilities like that?
Where's Mittens?
Nowhere to be seen, I guess.
Of all of us, Mittens was the first of us to see those things.
Oh, good point. Hey, and if we hadn't disturbed it, do you think they wouldn't have come up?
I would not have wanted Mittens to be the reason those things woke up. I'm not entirely sure.
Who was the one that quote unquote disturbed them in the first place?
Oops, all me.
Oh, and we'd already gotten through a watch with no problems.
Well, it was more that neither of us went over to inspect what Mittens was doing. Mittens was already messing with the creatures before I interacted.
It couldn't be helped.
Anyways, sorry. While I do hear you saying, let's move away. Do you want to step upon another graveyard of bone skeletons? Or
Oh, I
bone
didn't
chunks?
mean to click that. Sorry, I was reading it, but I didn't mean to click.
Well, I guess it would be hard to sleep if we're beset upon by bone skeletons.
Bone snakes.
Bone
I
storm.
kind of grumbling as I guess I start packing up my stuff.
Maybe we could just walk for like an hour
Yeah.
and then check the area and see if they're
Do a
because
quick sweep.
doesn't somebody the cleric types you can tell if there's weird undead stuff around, right?
If we're actively looking for it, but I wasn't.
So we could do that again in like an hour and see if it's all clear, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps or yes.
Perhaps if it's far enough away, I might not have been able to notice it. Because if they were underground, how was I meant to,
It doesn't go through the ground. So can't
follows
is it block.
unrealistically to be able to know without, double other things first. However, I do think we move. I like your plan of just moving for an hour, and then we try and get some more rest. As best we can.
Come here, Mittens. Good work, buddy. Found those evil skeletons.
Mittens was in your backpack
Yeah. Cute little Mittens. Zed's
because
over one
cats like
shoulder. He's
very
got his.
confined in small spaces.
Oh, they love that. Yeah. Zed's over one shoulder. His backpack with Mittens sticking out is over the other.
I mean, Zed's not paralyzed wore off after a minute.
I love the idea that he's just letting Chaw carry him and not letting him know that the paralysis wore off. That's what you're doing, isn't it? I hear you chuckling. I
Like
hear the
every once in a
chuckle.
while, just like one of his eyes will just like like peer open just to look around to see if anyone notices.
He's surprisingly light. Having a fragmented soul is really good for your for belly
Oh
fat.
my god.
See, I thought it was the pirate diet that was so good for his physique.
Hardtack and
Oh,
sadness.
he's
Mhm.
very lean.
Extra dose on the sadness with how things have been going for him until he met us. But just like me, it takes time to actually change your body type.
Change
So,
is something I do not experience.
as a
Anyways, let's go.
Oh, that's right. You're like the exact opposite of Inanna as far
If
as
only you guys got to see
physiology goes, right?
where the
You're like
tokens
Yes.
were when they were on
Rather
the
rocks all
GM
over
layer.
the
rigid and very
place.
fluid.
Oh,
that's
intriguing.
really curious.
Because they were right there. That's why I was like, are
I would
you
think that
attacking
you'd
with a
at least
melee or are you throwing?
change of others around you at least.
Oh yes. Sure. All
So
right.
yeah. The
So
hard,
move for an hour. See
yeah.
or
I mean,
find a better
alternatively, I
place
probably
to
could have just
sleep.
been like, okay.
That child isn't all that strong, so after about 20 minutes, he's like, "Ugh, ugh, ugh,
But the rules on holding in action are
ugh." And he puts his head
weird.
down. It's like, God, somebody help me. Maybe you could carry his legs, and I'll carry his head, or get behind his shoulders. Or maybe we could make a rudimentary, like, carrying device out of branches.
Oval's going to use her intelligence armor model just to use her intelligence modifier to roll to see if she can pick up Zed. And yes, I can use it on ability checks like this. Come here, Zed.
Oh,
I will also say, well, it might be gone now, but you did have advantage, but you already
Oh.
you already got a
oh,
23.
perfect usage for it. Shucks.
Shoot. Thank you, Zed. Brain smooth. Yeah, Opal just picks Zed up.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, just 20 minutes. I'll be ready for more.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. Also, 20 minutes? A whole third of this journey? Whatever, it's fine. Let's get moving. A little bit closer to Bonk Village, shall we?
So Opal knows and just didn't say anything.
Oh yeah.
That is caring of anyway. I love it.
She'll actually
I'm
move
not
a
sure
bit.
what kind of neuroses that is, but I love it, whatever one it is.
Opal just goes to the front of the group. Really?
I didn't want to run into more of the skelly thing.
By all rights, I should drop you.
I owe you
But
one.
I won't. I personally find it incredibly funny. Do you want to walk on your own? I can't imagine it's incredibly comfortable.
Your shoulders much more tough
Much
to
more rigid.
lay on than Chaw's. She like
Oh, that's
just
a good
everyone.
point. You've been like laying across a stone slab, but getting flopped around for the last 20 minutes.
I think my midsection is bruised.
Sorry about that, Zed. And Opal will just plop him back down on his feet. Good to see you're awake.
Oi!
Oh, thank goodness, Zed. Gosh, we were worried about you.
I was worried too, mate.
God, that must have been terrifying. Unable to move for like an hour.
You see him kind of take a couple steps, and he kind of like winces a little bit. He's just like uh just like his waistline. He's like, ugh, yeah. Oh, I hope that never happens again.
Here's hoping.
Well, we can take efforts to try and prevent it from happening before we start our rest. As Opal has suggested that we should GTFO in the meantime.
But Zed, were you totally fucking with Chaw because the DM said that you were just paralyzed for like a minute. So was that
Yeah.
to fuck with all of us or just to fuck with Chaw?
The fuck with Chaw.
Okay. That's what I
Oh
thought.
yeah, he was
Just checking.
pranking him. Shaw doesn't even know, and he might never know. That's part of the joy.
We're not telling.
Shaw gives him a good goose maverick.
Yeah. There's just all of a sudden like a 80s guitar solo just like ringing out in the distant woods.
Oh shit.
So 1 hour downtime, and then try and do a long rest, or 1 hour
Yeah.
downtime and keep going.
We were gonna do a short rest, I think. That was that the consensus?
Huh?
I think we were gonna walk for an hour and then try to finish our full rest if we can.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So another full watch then.
Sure, why not?
Because what could possibly happen in those hours?
I'm taking
Oh,
the first
good
rest.
Lord. Give us a rest.
Leave us alone.
Okay,
Well,
let's check. We'll check the place.
Give me investigations. If you're checking around.
I accidentally left, so I'm waiting for things to reload. But I want to do one of those divine sensing things again to see if there's any bad things around.
Zed's
I
gonna
have
pull
to
out his
wait until it loads. Sorry, go ahead.
Nice.
Zed's gonna pull out his dagger because he's like, oh, this is how I found him before, and he's just gonna start poking around in the ground.
Zed! Like a giant anime exclamation mark that appears above Chaw's head.
For context, sorry, if you're not loaded in, Zed rolled a 3.
Oh.
So that's why.
Hmm.
So perception 22, just looking around. Yeah, you definitely come to a bit of forest that is very lush, very green, very lively. Very lively.
Why does
Hmm.
not
Very
good?
lively.
Very
Lively.
almost
Oh, there we
stands
go.
out at how green and full of life this location is. Almost like the color palette, there's like on a color palette, like there's a greenish hue. It's kind of turned up a couple of notches.
Huh.
Have we gone into another dimension?
Hmm. That's just what you see with the perception.
I don't know how much more I can take of this. I can take a lot. It's pretty cool, actually. It's fun to travel to different dimensions.
Let's see.
So does it seem like this could be a magical thing?
Hmm. I mean, on the 22, that's
I'm
just what
gonna-
you saw.
I'm gonna do a detecting
Ugh.
good or evil. Can I detect good or evil? I do.
You are absolutely confident that this area is maybe with a natural
Maybe?
1. Um,
It
let's see.
says, I
Detect evil and good.
know. I know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, flame, fiend, or undead within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It doesn't
No,
say I
he's
think
talking about
maybe.
he's talking about Cha. Cha rolled
Yeah,
that one
Chaw's
on
roll.
Arcana.
Oh, okay.
Within 30 feet. Yep, you're definitely picking up lots of elemental
Elemental.
in the
Please
air,
explain
in the
the elemental.
ground.
As in, like,
Elemental magic, elemental creatures.
elemental
Creatures.
creatures. So, like, earth magic would, like, that's a bad
Right.
sign for us. We should get moving quickly.
I don't think this is a good. Yeah, we should get going. It's not a great
Yeah.
place to stay.
Like with
I
a ping,
Maybe
it's
we ought to
it's
make it for head for bonk.
so like with that ping of your detect evil and good, it's not like there's sitting still. It's imagine you're just coming up to like a traffic stop. Not to say that it's that uniform, but just like there are things that are moving in and out of your active detection range. Like it's
So
just
instead of like
lively.
an intersection, it's like the center of New
It's
York.
just super active.
Yeah, Elemental
Yeah,
Metropolis.
there's a lot going on.
Elemetropolis.
I think we should keep moving.
You think? I
I
want to
think we
take
should
a
keep
nap,
moving.
and I don't think anybody here can carry me. Yeah. If you're getting bad vibes, sorry.
This is
I'm
really
gonna
not.
make
There's
it.
a lot going on here.
Weird
All
stuff.
right, let's
Like,
keep moving.
okay.
An Elemetropolis. I like that. I'm gonna use that. So basically continue into Bonk Village.
I guess that's our only option.
Yes.
Oh,
And
there's
I'm
plenty of
assuming you
options.
want.
You can hang out here in Elemetropolis.
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess
Opal will
technically
remember.
we got
we've had quite enough action.
an hour. We got like technically would that be considered an hour short rest kind of thing? Just
Hour
walking
is a short
along?
rest. Yep.
Okay.
Survival.
Gotcha, boss. Don't be bad.
Well, it's a good thing you got inspiration floating around.
Anything, anybody?
Anything? What are you rolling?
Eh, Inspiration to get us to Bonk Village.
Well, we had one that we got from the beginning of the
Why do we
session,
need
so
an
I would just say use it.
Because I rolled a really shit roll for survival to lead us to Bonk Village.
Didn't you get the inspiration for this for the
Oh,
recap?
survival skill check. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
17. That's much better.
That is much better. As you're making your way through the forest and the trees, you almost start getting turned around. Like the land itself is just reforming on you. Like it's
Oh.
moving beneath your feet, but it's so subtle that you could barely notice it. But you, as somebody who's capable of remembering basically your exact footsteps, you go, wait a minute. And you kind of turn around and realize, like, your footsteps should have been right there, but they're not.
This is
But-
not good.
To which, on a 17, you probably shake your head and, given the information, it would probably make sense. Of the considering the denizens of this area, you probably, ascertain earth elementals and air elementals and whatever else kind of critters there are.
Mhm.
And you are very confident that you could, you guys finally crest a hill. The sun has already started to rise as you've traveled through the night, and morning has already come, and you guys have been traveling through the forest, slogging through the mud, slogging over like felled logs and trees, and it's almost like cresting the hill upon a dawn of a new day, as not too far from you is a road. Very, very, very crude road. You know what? It's more of imagine a very worn pathway, not even a road. It's not even like cobbled stone. It's just like stones that have just kind of been, smushed into the dirt to be somewhat functional of a path.
Mm.
And as you crest this hill and see this road, it leads to this very crude, like wooden, not barricade, what's it called? Just wooden walls. And on the other side of the walls, you hear the sounds of revelry, pillars of smoke, just, filling the sky, the smell of food, the smell of civilization. And you can even swear that despite how far away you are, that you're catching the sounds of music playing and just, it's almost akin to the when you were in Zareth and they were having their fair, but much smaller in scale. But even from where you are, you'd even see like little as best you can tell, like little tiny hot air balloons floating up. Actual balloons, but D&D, they don't really manufacture rubber.
Mm.
So you just kind of get the feeling that there's a party going on over there, and you guys have crested this hill, beaten, battered, worn, tired. Well, some of you. Opal's perfectly fine. Dirty, and now as you've crossed this boundary, salvation.
Anybody want to find the nearest inn and go to bed?
Oh, second the motion.
Because there's been
To which you have only
because
accrued a
there's been
singular
lot of
level of
going on.
exhaustion.
And that's a disadvantage on skill checks, right? Exhaustion.
Yeah, just the first. But you can work that off with a long rest.
Gotcha.
No, I'm checking. I'm checking if I can detect in this place because there's been so much crap going on that I just am not taking anything for granted. So what do I get?
I mean, you're a ways
Oh, I
off.
said,
You're on the road headed towards
sensor.
it.
Oh, I thought we were right. Oh, I thought you said we were right at the
No, so
right
you
at the
guys,
wall you're talking about.
so you guys,
Never mind. I retract that spell.
yeah, you guys just like broke through the tree line and saw, over a hill. You saw this path that leads into the only thing you could think of would be Bonk Village. All things considered, what have you heard of them?
My goodness, we heard about Bonk Village months ago. Actually, here.
Certainly seems lively. It's just daybreak.
The party has begun.
We could party when we're rested. Oh, and don't we have to find somebody here?
I don't think they were here. I think they were in Chronosis,
Elsewhere.
right? We were
Chronosis.
No,
looking
no.
for.
We were heading to Chronosis, and the mayor said, while you're on your way there, find this person who's in Bonk Village.
Gurgen, is that who we're looking for?
Were they in Bonk Village? I thought they were in Chronosis.
No.
I just
You
remember that.
you definitely remember Erg is not Bonk.
Not in Bonk Village.
Because let me consult my map, my notes.
I mean, it's called Village, but I mean, pretty sizable though, right?
Erg was, because I think there was one in Chronosis and one in Sorrowwinds.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Consulting my notes.
But he didn't really give us many details about the second one. The first
Yeah,
one was Chronosis.
like Bonk Village was you guys wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Well, let's knock on the door and maybe we can get some breakfast.
To which that will be resolved next time.
Oh, dang.
Hey,
You were in Bonk. Yay.
we did it. We survived. We survived a great forest boning.
You know,
Uh,
and boning down
No, we
one night.
haven't gotten in there yet. I don't trust it till we see it.
We got
I
so
mean-
boned. We're all exhausted now.
Boned,
Bone tired.
all night long.
Day.
Hey, that's a good name for the episode.
Ha ha ha.
Bone tired.
Boned all night long. And then, welcome to Bonk Village.
Bonk
We're walking
Village,
through
gosh.
the forest at night, and the Thriller song starts playing.
Every single time it pops out of the ground to bite someone.
Midnight. Something evil lurking in the dark.
I guess instead of in the dark, it's now in the dirt.
Something evil lurking in the dirt.
Sounds
You
right.
start to scream, and then Zed gets paralyzed right before your eye. Yeah.
He missed a bar there. I could not try to conjure up the lead now on my.
So inspiration.
Did we ever actually give out inspiration for the start of the session?
I ended up using it.
We
Yes.
did.
Get a
and
Bonk Village.
Local used it.
Got it. Into session. My vote is for Zedrin or Sorry, fight purposes. Alternatively, no. Chaw actually
Ma-
did fire in that fight.
Yeah,
This
Chaw
for
was hitting.
Zed for like fucking with Chaw
was
for like
blasting
20
away.
minutes. Making Chaw carry him for 20 minutes.
That's
That
funny.
he does deserve
Shaw carrying.
inspiration just for that, especially since he doesn't even know.
Yeah, that was inspired.
Get back to
That was
this one.
inspired.
Hey, thanks.
I like how Zed's getting the vote for fucking with Cha,
for
and
Zed.
Cha's not getting the vote for being
Yes.
fucked with.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. It's because Cha's is the brunt of everybody's joke. Nobody takes him seriously, even though
I'll
he kicks ass. Nobody listens to him, even though
my-
he's really smart.
My hero point in for Chaw because I
Woe
forgot
is
that he
me,
had been
Cha.
running fire damage rolls
Do you just
consistently.
that'd be great if you just looked at Cha and just said that.
Oh, game's over. This is just
It's
player
me.
harm speaking.
Uh,
I will say we definitely, obviously, listen to Cha. We might give him shit from time to time, but that's only because he likes drinking piss water.
Yep.
Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. We all respect
My
each
vote
other.
would be for Cha for not only carrying Zed around and not just that. He was so distraught that Zed was gone, and then he was just like, "We're gonna fix him. We're gonna make him better." Threw him over his shoulder. Was so
to make him better than before.
was so right. He was so just adamant on helping Zed that he didn't even feel Zed squirming on his shoulder and realized that he was actually
repositioning because his shoulder
yeah.
was in his ribs.
But not only that, but then also in the fight when you're getting just all these massive hits on everything.
Oh yeah,
That
he
was
was
Cha
like a
Cha
rocket,
carried us, I feel like, through those
and didn't
fights.
take a single hit. Like didn't take one hit.
No,
You were
he was
doing
a,
really good in combat.
He
a
was
great
flipping
monk
all over
that
the
fight.
place.
Damn.
Yeah. Good
Cha
job,
might
Cha.
not have had
Cha
wings, but he
is.
certainly acted like he did. He gets my vote for inspiration.
Cha
That's
cha
it.
cha 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 cha.
Cha gets it.
Thanks everybody. You
Have you
love
guys
me. You really love me.
have you guys seen this is a completely side thing, but I can't because you were just saying cha 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 cha. You guys seen Ocean's 11?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Do you know if so I can't watch it without there's a song that comes on. I think it's toward the beginning and it's like cha 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 and I just can't hear that without picturing Cha. Also, I got someone was I think it was Cube that was in my he was either DMing me about something or he was in the channel and he said I have -1 CHA. I have -1 Cha talking about -1 charisma for a character that he's playing in a D&D. And I was like, "What the fuck does -1 Cha mean?" I literally thought he was referencing your character in some way. I can't see those letters without seeing Cha.
My character has literally rearranged your neurons.
Yeah.
Yippee! And I, for one, can never watch Pulp Fiction again without
Right.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Zed's dead.
all right. Well, with that, we're gonna wrap it up there. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the hell out of yous. Let me make sure I have the screen ready. Boop. But so yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Y'alls are awesome. We had, a little bit of a hang up with some of the rules, some tech stuff. You know, the joys of holding an action where it's like I've always been taught if you hold an action, it has to be extremely specific. Like, so that's how I roll with it. It's like are you gonna throw something or you gonna hit something? Because as somebody who's been in weapon combat, if you're posturing to throw something at somebody, you're not necessarily set up to just hit it in a moment's notice. Some people can. Maybe a lack of training on my part, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. So we do this every Tuesday at 7:30/7:40 Pacific. For those of you on the YouTubes, I do this on Twitch Live. And, you know, by all means, take a look-see. Drop on by. Tomorrow will be a different game at 5:30 Pacific. And next game, yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, different group. We start a little bit earlier. For the most part, it'll be pretty good. It'll be pretty good. As far as anything else for tonight, I think that's all the announcements I have. The usual plugging of the Wednesday session. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Guess I'll catch you next time. All right. Oh, I've received a communique. All right. Peace out, y'all. Have a good evening or morning. Try not to party too hardy without me. All right. Bye.